It's time for GMA3. Wildfires exploding across the plains. More than 19 million people under fire weather alerts right now. Plus, a fierce, blinding, deadly dust storm in Colorado, triggering a pileup of more than 30 vehicles. And the urgent search for survivors after a massive avalanche in California. Ditching debt. How this 28-year-old paid off nearly $20,000 in student loans in less than 2 years.
I felt like that was more of an accomplishment than my actual degree.
How you can start now. It's the best of both worlds. What we know about Miley Cyrus celebrating Hannah Montana's 20th anniversary. It's time for GMA3.
That's going to be so big. Hannah Montana, Miley, we can't wait. I'm Ginger Z.
Who isn't excited about Hannah Montana comeback, right?
I'm trying to be.
Okay,
I know my daughter is for sure.
I'm Elizabeth Schultz. We are here with our friend Cameron Matheson on this Wednesday. So good to have
That's
you
great to be here, as always. Coming up, everybody, deals and steals with more of Tori's free shipping bonanza, with bargains starting at just $25.
She is bringing it this week.
Yep.
Plus, is that morning cup or two of coffee a good thing? I hope so. Dr. Sutton is here to tell us about the latest news on caffeine and your heart health.
All right, but first, we go to these extreme storms happening in the west. And Ginger, you've got the latest on all that.
Yeah, fire and ice. It happens once in a while, but now we're right next to each other with some serious developments. Of course, there are still people missing in that massive avalanche in the Sierra Nevada in California. So they will be out looking throughout the day, the night, and obviously the conditions have been very difficult, and that continues. The problem here is that we had very little snow, like lowest snowpack to date in history, Colorado, Utah, and then you get a ton of snow on top of it and wind. So the avalanche warnings are up. When that wind goes over the Rockies and hits the dry air of the plains, it makes fire. And we knew the fire danger was high. Unfortunately, those fires started and they spread quickly with gusts upward of 70 miles per hour, parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas Panhandle. And in Colorado, you had a dust storm kick up. It caused a 30-car pileup. 4 people were killed in that. Unfortunately, we still have very high winds, major fire danger all the way from New Mexico up to Illinois, and that goes through the rest of today.
Yeah, that is really scary. Lots happening out there. Yeah, thank you, Ginger. Thank you so
Don't
much.
like to see those pictures.
No.
We're going to turn to an ABC News investigation. This is one we've been working on for a while. Excited to share with you guys. Stunning stat here. Half of all of the new demand for electricity in the U.S. is going to come expected to be driven by the expansion of data centers. You've probably heard about data centers. These are the backbone of AI technology. But we had a partnership with stations across the country to see how they are dividing communities worried about higher utility bills.
This was the sound at Laura Evans' home in suburban Chicago last spring, when backup generators kicked in at the data center 1,000 feet from her backyard.
And it never goes away.
Never goes away.
Laura tells us the data center emits a droning hum 24/7, and it's not just the noise taking a toll. She says in the last year, her average electricity bill has spiked 23%.
And how do you budget when it's changing that much in 1 year?
You can't.
And her electric company warned prices could rise even more, saying one reason why is increased electricity use from data centers and artificial intelligence. ABC News and our owned and affiliated stations spoke with communities across the country grappling with the rapid buildup of data centers to support the AI boom. An analysis from our data team found there are more than 3,000 data centers in the U.S. About 1,200 more are now under construction or soon to be built.
If you're using AI, ultimately a lot of the computation happening there, or at least the storage for that thing, is in a data center somewhere.
Just a massive construction site.
A 2-hour drive from Laura's home, we visited the site of what will be one of the biggest data centers in the U.S. in the small town of Port Washington, Wisconsin. A $15 billion project backed by OpenAI and Oracle that's part of the White House's Stargate initiative. The campus sits on a plot of farmland bigger than 500 football fields and will eventually use about the same amount of electricity needed to keep the lights on in all the homes in Philadelphia.
They'd be putting power lines that are taller than apparently the Statue of Liberty.
Tom Utek is an artist who's lived on this land for 40 years. He showed us where the utility company is planning to build a massive power line on his property for the project.
They'll just take over your land.
Yeah, and we'll fight it to the end.
At a town hall this month, we saw how the data center is dividing the community.
We are not going to pay double the amount of our utility bills. Do you understand that?
These are good paying union jobs.
Mayor Ted Knightsky defends the project, saying it will bring jobs and much needed tax revenue.
These are huge companies. Are you convinced that they will be willing to invest in this community?
They've been awesome. I mean, they have met every expectation we have given them.
In statements to ABC News, OpenAI and Oracle said they're committed to paying for the energy they use. And the data center operator insists residents and businesses in Port Washington will not see an increase in their electric bills due to the project.
Some proponents of this technology say this is the future. What do you say to that?
Build it somewhere else and just make sure it's done right, because this isn't right.
In a statement to ABC News, the data center by Laura's house apologized to neighbors and said that it's installed sound barriers. We spoke with the utility and energy companies in Illinois and Wisconsin who said they are taking steps to ensure that these projects don't shift higher costs to customers. You can catch more of our report on Dataland USA, how AI is changing our neighborhoods. Guys, that's going to be tonight on ABC News Live Prime and on Nightline.
Yeah, and not to mention the environmental cost, because that is also a whole separate story.
And we heard that dividing the community when we were there, too.
And all happening so fast, like you were saying, too. Wow.
Right. All right, well, we're going to move on. Thank you, Elizabeth. To GMA and the Winter Games. The U.S. adds to its medal count, and the Blade Angels take center stage in women's figure skating. Janae Norman is in Livigno, Italy. Hi, Janae.
Hey, Ginger. Yeah, Taylor Swift in a new video for Team USA called them 3 American showgirls on the ice, but it was a bittersweet night for the Blade Angels. Not going quite as we'd all hoped, but there is still hope that an American woman can bring home a medal in figure skating. That, as the United States Team USA is now in 3rd place with 24 medals today, just behind host nation Italy. But it was yesterday that all eyes were on the USA's Blade Angels as they took to the ice in the short program, led by Alyssa Liu, who finished medal contention, followed by Isabel Levito making her Olympic debut in 8th. 26-year-old American Amber Glenn performing to Madonna's Like a Prayer in what could be her final Olympics. And the Queen of Pop herself sending Amber a special message telling her to go for the gold. Glenn nailing her triple axel but missing the double loop, dropping her to 13th place going into the free skate. Meanwhile, on the slopes, Mac forehand going big in the men's freestyle big air, pulling off a new trick. Get this, it's called the Nose Butter Triple Cork 21, never done before in competition, and he only started practicing just last week. He says he could barely believe that he nailed it, but that bold move bringing home the silver. And today in the slalom, Michaela Schifrin, I mean, she absolutely brought it. She had one of the best first runs. After the first run, she had one of the best first runs, the best lead going out of the first run in the history of the games. She finished strong in her second run, bringing home the gold, guys.
Wow, Janae, thank you. We are also excited by this. The Nose Butter Triple Cork.
Is that what it is? So. I'm going to get to work. I'll send you the video when I nail it, too.
Please Can't wait.
Yeah, okay, you got you.
Right, until then, and coming up, Backstreet's back. The Backstreet Boys revealing exciting updates on their Las Vegas residency and their new bid to be a part of the 2027 Super Bowl.
Ooh. We're back now with Pop News and the one only Will Gans here.
All right, you guys, let's get into it. Today in Pop News, we've got huge news about Miley Cyrus and global pop star Hannah Montana. Double the scoop, 2-for-1 headlines. There's got to be a better way to explain this. Hannah, a little help. What do we have here? Oh, what a bop. The best of both worlds as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Disney Channel hit show Hannah Montana that launched Miley Cyrus to superstardom. The Grammy winner announcing a 20th anniversary special filmed in front of a live studio audience with an in-depth interview hosted by Alex Cooper. Miley saying she will revisit the moments, music, and memories that defined an era. The special will show never-before-seen archival footage of some of the most memorable sets from Hannah Montana. Those are going to come back to life as well. Hannah Montana 20th Anniversary Special airs March 24th on Disney+, and we will have a lot more celebrations as it gets closer. And in related news, I personally have big plans to bring the Hoedown Throwdown back for the TikTok generation.
Okay, good. I want to see that.
The shuffle in diagonal. Yeah, there's a lot more.
Got you. That happened. That boot hit the pavement. We knew it was going to be big.
Exactly.
If anyone can do it, this guy can.
And maybe we'll do it all together. Who knows? Heard it here first. Hey now, this next story is what dreams are made of. Due to overwhelming pre-sale demand, Hillary Hilary Duff is adding dates to her Lucky Me tour, which kicks off this summer. The Lizzie McGuire star and singer adding additional shows in Los Angeles, New York, and London. And fans don't need to wait until the tour kicks off in May to celebrate. Hilary dropping her first full album in more than 10 years this Friday. Wow. It's called Luck or Something. And overnight, Hilary revealed the full track list, which includes songs called Weather for Tennis, Future Tripping, and Adult Size Media.
Now this one's going to be stuck in our heads all day. So
yes.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. It is Millennial Mania here in Hot News.
Music coming from all directions. I love it.
Why don't we keep the nostalgia going then, shall we? Yeah, Backstreet's back. All right. For the third time, the Backstreet Boys have revealed that they're extending their Las Vegas residency at the Sphere. They're adding 6 new summer dates to their successful Millennium run at the Sphere. That's after becoming the first pop act to headline the legendary venue, showcasing their talents across 35 sold-out nights so far, with over 500,000 fans seeing the show. Tickets for the newly added dates, which kick off on July 16th, go on sale February 27th, and the boys are trying to bring that energy to an even bigger stage, officially putting in their bid to perform at the Super Bowl in 2027. Check this out.
What do you guys think? Backstreet Boys 2027 Super Bowl halftime.
And with the Super Bowl coming to ABC and ESPN next year, we're starting the petition right now for the Backstreet Boys halftime show because I want it that way. I got nervous. I got so nervous.
I've never seen you get nervous like ever.
I don't know what happened.
Sing us out to break here. Coming up, we've got Tori Johnson here with another round of free shipping deals and steals coming up.
Can't win them all.
It's funny. I'm excited, everybody. We are back with Deals and Steals, and Tori Johnson is here again with one of everyone's favorite things, and I'm talking about free shipping on everything.
Yes.
You can still shop the deals from our free shipping bonanza at the QR code that's right there on the screen. Tori, you want to get started? Let's dive right in.
So this is Green Light. They make some of the best healthy, non-stick coated cookware.
Love that.
So what's great is that it's healthier for cooking and then a lot easier for cleanup.
Fantastic.
But also these cool handles. They're not going to get hot. Nobody wants a hot handle. 4 beautiful colors that really elevate the look of your kitchen. A 10-piece set is $89 in free shipping.
That's insane. That's insane.
I agree.
Love it. I'm replacing all my kitchen stuff, so there you go. That's good to know.
There you go. Okay, Proper Hills. This is a digital picture frame that will hold up to 20,000 photos and videos, but here's the cool part about it. I could buy one of these for grandma in California, and then grandchildren who are living in 5 other states and are not near grandma, through the app, can send her photos and videos. As long as she's got this turned on and connected to Wi-Fi, they will upload instantly, and then everybody gets to enjoy the photos.
Updated photos.
Yes.
In other words, like you could be on vacation with the kids, whatever, they get them like in real time.
In real time. In
that
real
is
time.
Genius, by the way. That is really fantastic.
It is so smart. The frame is fabulous. It's $65 in free shipping.
Merry Christmas to my dad.
There you go. Okay.
I'm thinking already.
I'm thinking already. Okay. This is the Miko towel warmer.
Okay.
So you could put in here a warm t-shirt, warm socks, warm towel, so that every day getting out of the shower or bath feels like a spa experience.
I love it.
So warming and fabulous. And it's got options on this great little setup here where you can pre-set it so that you can wake up to warmth. It is 50% off and free shipping.
Do we have to move on from this one?
There you go. Sorry. Okay. Motion. Great sneakers for women. These are all about putting a little extra pep in your step. The way that they're designed, great for stability when you're standing, but whether you're on your feet all day working or just a little out and about, these sneakers are fabulous. These Smart Knit ones, machine washable. We also have leather and suede options. Huge assortment, 6 styles, big variety of colors. 60% off and free shipping.
I love machine washable. You keep your sneakers looking brand new forever. Okay,
exactly.
Fantastic.
These are machine washable too from Blissy. We've got, here, I'll take that from you. I'll take that. There you go. Free up your hands. Let me give you some silk instead.
Yeah,
we
great.
got silk eye mask, silk bonnet, silk pillowcases for your face and hair to have better hydration overnight. Looks fabulous. You look fabulous. Everything slashed in half and free shipping. All right, let's get you to this.
I actually wear a sleep mask. I know it's super sexy. Okay, now we got to talk about this guy right here.
So this is corduroys. There you go. So that bed that you're laying on is what is on the inside of that beanbag chair.
So this wraps up and creates this.
Yes.
And I saw this earlier, and I was like, okay, I know that's going to be comfortable. How's the bed? And guess what?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a nap. I mean, do I have to be in the rest of the show?
There
I'm
you
out.
go. So
This is really great. I'm dead serious.
I agree. So you get full queen or king size, your choice, fits all of your regular bedding. So it's a fabulous way to have an extra spot for a guest, for a slumber party, without having to have a big bulky thing, because it's a chair that you use all the time. No mess, no noise. It's fabulous, and it's 50% off plus
free shipping!
You got it.
Absolutely. You're amazing, Tori. I'm so comfortable right now. Now, we partner with these companies on all the great products. You can get them at GMAdeals.com. Coming up, I feel like somebody made a phone call for me. Caffeine and your heart. Dr. Sutton is here with the newest research, and I gotta listen to this one.
Welcome back to GMA3. Tomorrow on GMA, our series Secrets to Longevity looks at the use of medicine and supplements to add years to your life. Who doesn't want to do that?
Yes, please. And Janae will be back, taking us behind the scenes of the new Winter Games event, Skibo. It's a fast-paced race. It is a combination of uphill skiing, oh my gosh, and downhill skiing in the mountains. And yes, we're exhausted just looking at the video.
I'm kind of interested, I gotta tell you. Hey, 50 States in 50 Weeks is in Minnesota. We're going to Diane's Place, once named Food and Wine's #1 restaurant in America, not in Minnesota, in America. Diane is the child of Hmong immigrants and says food brings her community together, which obviously is just so important right now.
We love to hear that, yes. All right, so now we want to go to one young woman who was able to dig out of debt, nearly $20,000 of debt in just 2 years. Our chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, has the story. So, how do you do it, and how can we do it too, Rebecca?
Yeah, that's the important part, right, Ginger? For millions of Americans, student loan debt can feel overwhelming. We're sitting on $1.7 trillion of it in total, but one 28-year-old graduate says with a clear plan and discipline, it is possible to pay them off even faster than you might imagine.
While 28-year-old Nia Chloe Bowman was an undergraduate at Babson College, she already knew getting out of student debt in a hurry was top priority.
I had roughly $20,000 in student loan debt. I remember in my accounting class, I projected out how much my student loan liability could have been, and I did not like the number. It made me very scared.
Under a standard 10-year repayment plan, that $20,000 could have ballooned an additional $5,000. So when she graduated in 2019, she set her sights to pay it off fast.
I already knew that I wanted to pay off my debt within 2 years of graduating, just because I knew that was the cheapest option for me.
And it didn't even take 2 years. Bowman getting herself debt-free in just 16 months.
I felt like that was more of an accomplishment than my actual degree.
Her advice for others, first, visualize your debts.
Put it on a piece of paper, back of an envelope, get an Excel sheet if that's what you like to do. Just write it all down. A lot of people don't like to even know how much they owe.
Next, arrange for automatic payments where you can.
So I had a bank account for bills, a bank account for personal spending, and 2 savings accounts. So I was able to have all of my money that was going towards my bills into my bills banking account, and then my auto debit was linked to my bills banking.
And if you're wondering if you should refinance your loans, her advice is clear.
If you have federal loans, do not refinance. Don't do it, because you'll lose out on the federal protections.
Yeah, and those federal loans also generally come with lower interest as well. Nia Chloe now shares her budgeting strategies with hundreds of thousands of followers online, and she says whatever sacrifices you have to make, the freedom of being debt-free is worth it in the end, Ginger.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So let's say that somebody doesn't come out of school and have a high-paying salary, or they haven't won the lottery or gotten a big chunk from a family member. What does paying down debt fast really look like? Quantify that for us.
And most people are not coming out of college flush with cash and facing high rent payments and everything else. So the reality is a small additional payment to your minimum can have a big impact on what you ultimately owe on that loan. So take, for example, a $10,000 loan, 4.5% interest. If you make an additional $100 payment a month, you will substantially decrease the amount of money you ultimately owe on the loan, and you can cut the time that you have to pay that loan back over 4 years. So down by 4 years, that's significant. Just make sure that you let your loan servicer know that you are paying down the principal. You're not going towards next month's minimum payment. Instead, you're making that principal smaller and smaller so you pay less interest over time.
And that is preferable than just paying it all off. Like there's a point where that doesn't serve you.
Well, that's a really important point, Ginger, because if you have federal loans and you have a relatively low interest rate, that loan is going to cost you a lot less money over time than, say, a credit card with a really high APR. So it makes sense to stay up to date, make sure you're making those minimum payments at a minimum on the student loan. But think about the full financial picture. If you have other high interest rate debt, target that. Make sure you have an emergency savings account. You don't want to be putting all this money towards a student loan if you don't have 3 to 6 months of savings backed up there. Take advantage of your employer's 401k program. That is kind of free money. I mean, you're getting paid because you're working, but it's free money. And if you don't take it, you're not getting paid anywhere else.
Rebecca, thank you.
Thanks,
Helping
Ginger.
so many people with this. We really appreciate it. We're going to go over to Elizabeth.
We are going to talk about some health alerts now. That was a lot of helpful information. We got some helpful information today. Nearly 90% of Americans are consuming caffeine every day, whether you're drinking coffee, tea, or a lot of the population running on caffeine. But how does this impact our heart health? So we've got Dr. Darian Sutton here to talk about this. So it sounds like research is actually saying, Dr. Sutton, some amount of caffeine is okay.
You're absolutely right. Some people will like to hear this more than others. I'm not looking at you, Cameron, but for years, coffee has gotten a bad rap. But growing research shows that for many, moderate caffeine intake can actually improve heart health. There was a recent study and several large population studies following over 500,000 people, and it found that moderate caffeine intake was associated with a lower risk of heart disease, or things like heart attack, stroke, heart failure, and even death. And the reason behind this, to understand the biology, is that coffee has these compounds in it called polyphenols, and that helps our blood vessels remain flexible throughout our life. That helps us to manage blood pressure, and that in turn can reduce our overall risk. Even with abnormal heart rhythms, and this is a common question I get from patients, things like AFib or atrial fibrillation, studies show that coffee does not increase your risk of these abnormal rhythms, and guidelines for doctors recommend to tell patients not to avoid coffee if you get this type of diagnosis.
Okay, so heart health is a check. Research out last week also indicates that maybe caffeine can have a positive impact on mental health as well, on brain activity.
Absolutely, and how well your brain stays throughout your life in terms of dementia. There was a recent study that followed over 130,000 men and women for close to 40 years, and it found that moderate caffeine intake, 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day, was associated, and you'll like to hear this again, with up to a 20% reduced risk of dementia, and also 1 cup a day even was associated with a 15% reduced risk of dementia. Now, coffee also is one of the largest sources of antioxidants or antioxidants. That helps to clear free radicals in our blood. That keeps our blood vessels flexible. You're seeing a trend here. Coffee keeps your blood vessels flexible throughout life, but that benefit seemed to be maximum under the age of 75. So you got to start early. And also it showed, and this is important, that those benefits plateaued around 2.5 to 3 cups of coffee a day. So that means that more isn't necessarily better.
The word that keeps coming up is moderation.
Talk to us, like, what are we talking moderation? Because someone on this couch, I'm pointing right there.
Yeah, where?
We'll maintain privacy.
The coffee order we've just learned is 8 shots of espresso.
Yeah, that's quite much.
I do start with 8 shots. That's what I start with.
Yeah, and that's quite a significant amount, and I applaud you for admitting that on national television. But what I would say, though, is also we've got some coffee here, and this is an example of actually the amount of coffee you can drink in a day. This is 4 cups of coffee, which is equivalent to about 400 milligrams of caffeine. Thank you so much.
This is one order.
I thought this was one order.
Yeah, we'll wait for hours.
There we go.
And this is about 400 milligrams of caffeine. Thank you so much for balancing that really well. And we found that drinking that amount of coffee, moderating it, can be helpful. Now, once you go over that, you got to be mindful, Cameron, of things like heart symptoms, palpitations, shortness of breath, anxiety, headache. If you notice those symptoms, then those are signs that you might need to cut back just a bit.
I literally get none of those, even with all that stuff. It's so weird. I don't know what's happening to me.
Medical marvel.
Defying science right here.
I don't mean to make this about me. This is great. It was super helpful, though. I really appreciate it.
Coming up, Martha Stewart and Gen Z. We're going to talk about the unlikely way that the queen of homemaking and DIY is inspiring a new generation.
Back now with Martha Stewart inspiring a new generation of people looking to make their living spaces feel like home. Morgan Norwood is here with the Martha Stewart effect and why she's resonating with Gen Z. Hey, Morgan.
Hey guys, we are in a totally different era. And remember, for years, the internet was all about minimalism, beige walls, decluttering everything. But now Gen Z, mind you, the age group raised on phones and food delivery apps, they are setting the table, collecting antiques, and hosting again. And they're taking inspiration from a name that peaked before many of them were even born, Martha Stewart.
In a digital age obsessed with filters, feeds, and endless scrolling, something timeless is breaking through.
I've been in the process of curating some antique home decor, turning my home into a Nancy Meyers apartment.
Transitioning my life to live a little bit more like Martha Stewart. Today I was inspired to create an at-home herb garden.
From secondhand finds to vintage decor,
I managed to pick up a couple of cool things.
the table is being set again.
Hosting and like that type of lifestyle coming back for sure.
Millennials and Gen Z are turning away from minimalism, embracing warmth, and leaning into pattern and presence.
I feel like everyone's just really looking for comfort and cozy.
For one creator, that aesthetic isn't just for inspiration. It's become a profitable business.
It's my favorite Greek salad.
Meredith Hayden, also known as Wishbone Kitchen, to her combined 3.7 million followers, rose to internet fame by showing life as a private chef in the Hamptons.
Grilled the zucchini, grilled the lamb chops, and plated the rest of dinner.
One post getting 25 million views. She then turned her viral recipes into a growing brand. Meredith's appeal goes far beyond her recipes. She says her fans are craving connections at home.
It's been a really great solution to spending time with friends on a budget. We started off doing monthly dinners where everyone would make a dish and bring it like a potluck. And it's also a great creative outlet, making the menu, crafting, and doing the florals and tying everything together with the food.
She even showcases prep time on her YouTube series, Dinner with Friends.
I need a ton of winter squash, some potatoes for mashed potatoes.
Folks are calling you the Gen Z Martha Stewart. How do you sit with that?
I don't really fully claim that title because nobody could ever build what she built.
And they will disappear off the serving tray as fast as you can pass them.
And long before today's trendiness, Martha Stewart invented the lifestyle.
Martha Stewart is the OG influencer.
Yeah. There are people who can teach you skills, but then there are people who can change your behavior.
The original homemaking maven, she drew the blueprint for curated living, from elaborate traditional tablescapes.
What I do is start with a theme and then choose my dishes and my flatware and my glassware to work into that theme and make an interesting and unusual table.
To impeccably decorated rooms.
Remember how big and bare the barn looked when I was planning this party? Well, now I think it's really beautiful, and the way it's set up really works.
Now, 84 years old, her empire of homewares, TV shows, and books have shaped how millions create a more beautiful, inspired life.
The second I walked into the antique store with my mom, one of the first things I saw were 2 Martha Stewart original books from, I think this is from the 90s.
Over the past few years, that Martha-inspired way of living has surged back into popularity.
What is it about that you think draws younger people to Martha Stewart?
I think we're all going to be reaching for nostalgia for forever, and something about her very nostalgic to my generation.
As you guys know, I'm obsessed with Martha Stewart.
Pinterest says searches for Martha skyrocketed 3,000% last year. On TikTok, it's Coastal Grandma and Nancy Meyers. The look so back, the original playbook has been re-released. More than 40 years after it first hit the shelves, Martha's debut book, Entertaining, is available once again.
What I loved about Martha, she didn't just talk about the food in dinner parties. She talked about how to set the tone, how to create a friendly ambiance for your guests, what kind of playlists or what kind of music you should play.
And like her icon, Meredith has put it on the page too, publishing her own cookbook.
You've met her.
Yes.
As well.
It was amazing. She had an event in the Hamptons. I was way too nervous to go say hi, so my friend sort of pushed me in that direction. I just told her how honored I was to be invited to the event and how much of an inspiration she was to me.
truly an inspiration to all. The OG influencer. Okay, so whether it's a dinner party, a thrifted vase, or just lighting a candle on a Tuesday, the new trend is simple. Curate homes that feel special again. If you've been following me on social media, I'm currently in the midst of a DIY disaster.
Are you going in that direction now?
Yeah, I think so. I just want it to be more intimate, and so we'll see.
Okay.
Not quite the Martha Stewart effect. She's like, you know.
But it's an ambitious project, like putting up your own wallpaper.
Yeah, I'd never again.
Coming up, everybody, Will Gans is back with ABC Secret Savings and what you need to have a great hair day. I'm not going to lie, we're all listening. Oh, look at him.
Okay. We are back now with Will Gans, who's back with ABC Secret Savings and everything you need to have a great hair day. I mean, every day.
You can either invest in a Hannah Montana wig or you can help stimulate hair growth with this laser comb, which uses two types of therapeutic laser light technology to target both hair and scalp simultaneously. The patented hair parting teeth maximize the delivery of 18 medical-grade lasers in there, which is amazing.
Wow.
Directly to your hair follicles. Simple 8-minute treatments 3 times a week to increase density and fullness and improve overall hair health. You'll save 35% plus get free shipping today.
All right.
Fabulous. Yes.
Have it on here. Thank you.
Next up, style your hair with innovative tools from Silken. This is a fan fave of our hair teams upstairs.
Seen many of these.
The Silky Air Pro dries and styles using high power but low heat, resulting in silky, frizz-free hair with way less damage than traditional dryers. We also have the Silky Straight Infrared Hair Straightener, which features flexible floating titanium plates with 12 temperature settings that will accommodate all hair types, textures, and desired styles, all in less than normal time would be with a traditional straightener.
Cut down the time.
Exactly.
Also lower heat, which is good.
And I love that it comes with this because whenever I travel, I'm like this, cooling it off because I'm traveling. So this is really nice.
There you go. And you will protect your hair like a pro. At the same time, save at least 25% and get free shipping from Silken today.
Free shipping.
All right, here comes the Debbie Downer news. After your 20s, your scalp's root system begins to weaken as elastin production slows, leaving your hair thinner, weaker, and more prone to shedding and loss. Enter Newlastin, whose proprietary Elastaplex technology helps nurture the root so strands stay beautifully anchored where they're meant to, right up here. Designed to be used as a system, the vibrant scalp scrub, shampoo and conditioner, and scalp treatment for fuller, healthier looking hair takes about 2 months of consistent use, and then you'll see visible results. We also have popular lash and brow serums, everything 40 to 50% off on our site.
All right.
Love that. All right, this is like my favorite pro tip. You're gonna get thicker, fuller hair in a flash with Scalp Foundation.
What?
Instantly, yes, give your hair the appearance of thicker, fuller hair. Even out your hairline or cover grays between color appointments. It's infused with hair and scalp loving active ingredients. It's lightweight, buildable coverage, blends seamlessly into the hair, waterproof, sweat-proof, staying until you shampoo it away. We've got 9 shades and you can save more than 40% now. So it's like makeup for your scalp.
That's actually brilliant though, to keep it in between colors.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, even your hair will thank you while you sleep. Knight's satin pillowcase has friction-free, non-absorbent surfaces for healthy, hydrated skin and frizz-free hair. 2-in-1 cap has a waterproof exterior to protect styles in the shower and a silky satin lining to maintain optimal health while you sleep. Satin scrunchies for gentle styling, plus gentle, quick-dry hair towels to beat frizz. Save at least 50% to beat the frizz.
Got a couple of these. They work pretty well.
I mean, if pop news was all millennial nostalgia, why not bring the scrunchies back too?
Get the scrunchies on.
You have even more for us, right, Will?
Yeah, we're not done just here. That's right. Thanks to these great brands and nearly 2 dozen more that are live right now on ABC Secret Savings. We've got February specials including delicious banana bread, cake mix from GoNanas, and beautiful dishes to put your favorite foods on from the Great Plate. Check them out and much more at abcsecretsavings.com.
And we have partnered with these companies on these huge savings. You can get them by scanning the QR code on your screen or going to abcsecretsavings.com.
I gotta go put foundation on my scalp. We will be right back.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for having me here again.
Of course, we love having you. For more, you can check out What You Need to Know anytime on Disney+. We hope you have a great day.
See ya.